It's no secret that blockchain and disruptive technologies like artificial intelligence and automation are absolutely game changers.
In our industry right now, there's been an awful lot of investigation into how these technologies could actually be applied in our space.
Blockchain technology really does have the potential to bring very significant positive change to Canadian companies and the capital markets here, if we stay ahead. I think the opportunities are really about that idea that you could take something very expensive, error-prone, risk-prone, like our traditional linear kind of non-digital processes where we're exchanging paper and we're waiting for information to be transcribed, we're inputting data into spreadsheets and other people don't get it on time or whatever, there's errors in there. All that, can be improved dramatically by blockchain.
We've seen a lot of really fascinating developments in this space in terms of capital raising with initial coin offerings. We've seen billions raised around the world through this mechanism. We've also seen exchanges try to implement prototypes and other strategies to incorporate blockchain into their daily business.
With these technologies coming into play, and I would say in particular in the case of artificial intelligence and automation, you're going to see vast amounts of data that get processed very, very quickly. So as the experts would say, the cost of prediction will come down, and therefore the value of judgment, human judgment, goes up in decision making.
But it's a very special type of technology that has massive disruptive properties attached to it. So you really need to figure out if some of the challenges that you're trying to address within capital markets or within an exchange, etc., actually would be realized if you went this route versus a conventional technology. And so, I would say it's definitely not all hype. There is a lot of hype, but the applicability is real. And some of the ways that you can do it, it's just very, very unique and very, very broad, and it can touch so many different industries. But the ones that we obviously focus on are the ones that can actually bring back positive value for not only ourselves, but the firm and the ecosystem as a whole.
Like the TMX, our law firm had some level of prophetic insight a number of years ago that this technology would be totally impactful for our clients, totally disruptive.
Just the sheer nature of blockchain almost gets competitors, peers, to actually work together and collaborate on a industry-wide solution. And so if you think about our other projects like Project Jasper, in partnership with the Bank of Canada and Payments Canada, as well as our banks, if you think about our solutioning around the e-proxy vote, where we've got the legal community heavily involved, we've got the regulators heavily involved looking to see how we can go and solve this problem. It actually has facilitated a lot more dialogue.
This technology is not, and this revolution is not specific or unique to the capital markets. It will touch upon, it will affect many, many different industries, many, many different sectors. And so what we call blockchain technology often is a horizontal technology which will affect every virtual industry. And in fact, I can think of few, if any, that will be unaffected by it.
For us, it is about making sure that we are equipping our members and our students with the tools and the learning and development that they need to really harness this new disruptive technology.
I now oversee a team of over 80 to 90 lawyers from all different practice groups, all different areas, whether it's tax, whether it's patents, whether it's litigation, whether it's capital markets, to really try to look at the technology from all different angles.
The way we do things typically at CPPIB is very much bottom-up approach. We don't have somebody sitting at the top saying, go forth and invest in blockchain in this place or with that company. We talk to people who are in the markets in their different asset classes. What are they seeing? What are they learning?
It gets to a level of granularity which is just simply amazing.
Blockchain offers great transparency. Everybody, along the blockchain. Everybody can, because it's distributed, everybody can see the parts that they're supposed to see. The blockchain offers anonymity where you engineer that in, privacy where you engineer that in. So that's part of the beauty of this technology, is that you can tailor it to the solution.
There will likely be a need for new regulation in the area of blockchain technology and how it gets deployed in the financial markets. I think initial coin offerings, or ICOs as people would call them, are one example of that. So market regulators are grappling with how to make sure that retail investors are protected from potential fraud. And so you're looking at, in the case of a cryptocurrency, what are retail investors buying or selling? And that still has to be understood from a market perspective.
While there's a wealth of literature out there, little continues to be written about governance on blockchain platforms and networks.
We need to wash out some of the confusion and some of the scam artists and really focus on those companies that are truly providing a platform in institutional scale and institutional quality that we can start to partner with and see as real winners.
We see all of our major clients really actively interested in this space, attending our seminars, which are totally sold out at this point, and actually taking that additional step to come up with prototypes to see how they can incorporate blockchain to benefit from the revolution that it has created.
No doubt it's coming at us, and I think it's coming at us a lot faster than perhaps we might like to acknowledge, even from the accounting profession standpoint.
In the world of exponential technologies, disruptive business models, we have this false sense that we have plenty of time, and because in the early stages, linear models that we're more used to are outperforming the disruptive ones that are failing and adapting and learning and all those cycles of iteration until they hit their curve, their inflection point, and they really start to disrupt.
I think the industry is doing a fantastic job at investigating these disruptive technologies. Absolutely, the financial sector and capital markets, from an adoption standpoint or even an understanding of what it is, I think they've taken a bit of a leadership position in it.
The amount of capital that we've seen invested in this area, the amount of passion that we've seen in the Canadian, amongst Canadian citizens, particularly here in Toronto, is totally unmatched when you compare it around the world. And we see this, we are supporting that community. The revolution is here, and we're all excited for it.